Welcome to Beyond Sales Process. And I guess the first question is, why beyond sales process? When every professional knows that to be successful in selling, you need a sales process. Indeed, if we look at any successful process-driven business, and possibly the most successful process-driven business in today's market is McDonald's. Understanding and utilising the process is fundamental to the success of owning a McDonald's franchise. However, if we take two McDonald's performing in the same area, why would one McDonald's outperform the other? Clearly, it's an understanding by one franchisee of the power of excellent customer service that drives the profits and results of that franchise over and above the other one. This rule also applies to salespeople. Even if you rely totally on a tried and trusted sales process, maybe one you've designed yourself or maybe one that you've borrowed from somebody else. But pure reliance on the process may just inhibit your results. If you could go beyond the process and add value, then really you can become a sales champion. What I'd like to talk to you today about is three key things beyond the process that can really enhance your sales performance. The first one would be an understanding of sales psychology. Key to your success is understanding how success and failure can provide you with a platform for developing your sales business. The second key thing to talk about is an understanding of the context of activity. Creating your own success formula so that you know what makes the difference for you as a salesperson. And finally, a topic introduced by a chap called Daniel Goleman called emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is very much looking at self-awareness, looking at how you perform as an individual, being aware of your own behaviour, aware of the impact your behaviour has on others, understanding the impact other people's behaviour has on you, and how you can adapt and connect and manage that social interaction. If we can genuinely create an environment where we take in those things and add them to our sales process, then beyond sales process really is where the riches are. In fact, beyond the sales process is where the champions focus their attention. So, understanding sales psychology. Basically, the most simple piece of advice for any salesperson wanting to improve their sales would be to talk to more people. Now, simplistic though that advice may be, there is a certain truism behind the message. Because quite simply, in most sales jobs, the average conversion rate is about 20%. Now, this means that 8 out of every 10 people that you speak to say no to you on a daily basis. So therefore, talk to more people means if you talk to 20 people, then you'd sell 4 of your product or your service or whatever contracts you sell. However, for some people, this just isn't possible. And if you look more deeply at the impact that having 8 out of 10 people saying no to you can have on your performance, then it really is worth taking a few minutes to understand the psychology of the sales profession. Because along with 8 people who say no to you on a daily basis are 8 reasons not to buy. 8 times out of 10 on a daily basis, people will tell you you're too expensive, you don't give enough discount, you can't get them in the right colour, your specification isn't right, your service levels aren't good, you don't work long enough hours, you don't put enough people on the team. Whatever it is that you sell in terms of products or services, 8 out of 10 people will give you reasons for why they don't want to buy from you. Think of the impact that has on a daily basis in terms of where your focus is. And the real challenge for the sales professional is not allowing those 8 reasons not to buy to become 8 excuses not to sell. Commonly called a self-fulfilling prophecy, which works basically if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. Whichever way you look at it, you predict your own future. So walking into a sale and carrying the baggage of 8 people behind you who've told you why they won't buy your product or service if you carry that baggage into your next customer, your next prospect, the chances are you won't make the sale. So the psychology of selling is quite simply this. Focus on your success. Focus on the people that you do sell to, and understand clearly what the criteria is that makes you successful. Accept the fact that not everybody you talk to will in fact buy your product or service. Don't be too hard on yourself about your failures. As long as the other components of your sale are in place, as long as you're confident that you've done the best job that you can, remain confident in your own product or service. Loyalty to your own position is probably your number one strength. Worrying about the people who chose to buy elsewhere is not what's going to bring you success as a salesperson.